folks, welcome back to PrepperNow. Probably have heard me talk about this and others, not too much, but evidently they are trying to go through with it and push it. The machine, or the program, is affectionately known as Satan. The strategic aerosol, stratospheric, whatever the heck it's called. They actually wrote a song by Katrina and the Waves. It's called I'm Blocking Out Sunshine. Well, I'm blocking out sunshine. I'll stop. So, you have to wonder what it is that these people can do that can be even more destructive than they've already done. And, you know, when you've got the public's monies that you can play with, and there's no real worry about all the programs and ideas and things that you want to be able to do with that public money, you can come in with a dumb idea, some would say dim, that blocking the sun's rays is going to have some effect on stopping the terrible circumstance of the rearrangement of our skies and weather above. And that is kind of the worry. Now they're doing this in limited fashion. They're already experimenting. And there's always unintended consequences. We all know this. You do things, you think it's going to go one way, and then of course, well, something bad happens that you didn't foresee. Now, who could have think that some kind of a problem that messes with the clouds and sky above, that wouldn't have some forms of unintended consequences. I did a video on SUBSTACK and Locals where people were getting rain catchment, and the rain was of a really weird blue color. Now, I'm not saying that that is due to anything that anyone is putting, into anything, but still, this phenomenon happened in different areas, like different states of the southeast, and some of them had accusations that they were doing things to manipulate it. Now, we all know that is real. We know that manipulation is something that they do now. It's something that pretty regularly, I think, the Chinese can do, and others. We know that they did it in the Middle East, causing all kinds of terrible unintended consequences. So, one has to wonder, why are they going to do this now? Now, the first thing that I saw when I had my first video was someone had an excellent comment. They said, what about all the solar panels that they've been putting up all over, especially in, the United Kingdom? Because they have solar panels, and they're encouraging all of this solar energy collection and creation. What happens then? Like, what do they just give up on those programs? Because I know multiple billions of dollars have been put into those. But all that aside, we have got to take back control of things that are done by scientists that affect us all and that we all do not consent to. I can remember a certain medical intervention that was pushed onto the public not so long ago that a lot of people felt forced into doing. In fact, almost to the point of their employment being riding on the line. Still proud of my letter that I gave out that gave the religious exemption, but none of us can exempt out of what this thing is. Once it gets up in there, it's up in there. And what it does from there, nobody knows. Now, I don't know when this thing will get shot down or if it'll get shot up into the sky and do its thing. But there's been plenty of examples of when people have gotten really aggravated with some of the things they planned to do, and they spoke up, and because of the public awareness, it stopped the program or whatever it was from going forward. I want to keep this awareness of this whole thing in the back of your mind. I don't think that that is the kind of scientific experiment we want to engage in. In fact, I'd say at this point, the scientists need to start to worry about things that are more real, I guess, and not worry about doing things that kind of make them play like they're God. That's my biggest worry, because it does seem like they do try to play like they're God sometimes, and this one definitely falls into that category. There are so many things that this thing could turn into and could affect across the planet, starting in the UK and going beyond, that I really think we have to ask ourselves, what can we do to make it so they second guess and not do this? Because this is just kind of falling into the crazy category. Especially when you call it what you call it, the SATAN program. That doesn't exactly sound promising to me. So, and funny that the other name for that evil one has to do with light. I'll let you think about that one for a moment. Friends, if you like what we're doing here, hit those buttons, darken out the bell, and we sincerely appreciate you being here on PrepperNow. Try to figure out if there's a way we can kind of come together and create awareness and stop this plan, especially to our friends over the United Kingdom, who I think have bigger things to worry about, like, say, the new neighbors that are infiltrating by the tens to hundreds of thousands. I think you guys have bigger fish to fry than dimming the sun on an island that is known for having a dim sun. Folks, you can join us on all the other links in the description. Darken out the bell, get the notifications. But we really appreciate you being here. And let's say more gardening and less dimming of the sun, okay? All right. God bless. See you on the next one.